The traditional, right? Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to start out with talking about that difference. It's like a really unusual instrument. Most people here never even heard of one. Right? It was probably a little better than that in Europe.
Yeah.
A little better, but you're like exposing thousands of people. So I think like you're an ambassador for the instrument that introduces it to a lot of new people, pretty high profile.
Yeah.
So what would you like to share with my readers, which are really hurdy-gurdy focused? Right, it's like hurdy-gurdy weekly, and a lot of those people are traditional players. Quite a mix though.
Yeah.
But what would you like to share with the readers about just being in a metal band, folk metal, of course?
It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to play the instrument traditionally in a metal band.
Yeah.
Because well, first there's the tuning problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like with us, everything has to be bam, bam, bam. The next song after that, and no breaks, and
yeah, no time to adjust.
And I have no time to tune, which got better now since I have an electric.
The Hillsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're liking it?
I'm liking it. It's really stable.
Now
it still has a nice
is it
sound.
completely electronic?
Yeah.
It doesn't have strings.
It does. Yeah, it does.
It does have strings,
yeah.
but
it doesn't have like any corpus,
Okay.
And it's really quiet if you play it acoustically. And you can barely hear it.
Really built as an electric instrument. Cool.
So I mean that's one thing that is really hard. In folk you just take your time. You can tune loud. Like with us, I just have to rely on the tuner. And it's not really how you play a hurdy-gurdy. You tune the drones first, and you tune the melody to the drones, and I can't do that on stage. And also, I don't really use the trumpets live as well.
Yeah.
It's just more of a studio thing, which is, I don't mind it. It makes things easier, but I still feel like I'm not doing 100% what I should be doing, just because there is no time, and it's really hard. Like for every song, I would have to change the strength of the trumpets, and also detune them. Sometimes I use B, sometimes C, sometimes E, and since we have really weird tunings with Helvetii, sometimes I even have to detune the melody strings. And so it's
It sounds challenging.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
I have no time to drink water on stage hardly.
Really
because I'm
busy.
always Yeah, but that's just what it is,
Okay, so what would you tell someone who's like considering picking up the hurdy-gurdy, especially if they were like thinking of rock and roll or metal or something like that? What would you want to warn them about or advise them about taking that step?
I think what is really important if you want to play hurdy-gurdy in a rock or a metal band, tell the songwriter to adjust the songs to your instrument. Tuning-wise, that you don't have to detune your strings, that you don't have to detune your trumpets. As well as if you want to use the trumpet strings, do it in a way that you can do it without having to change the strength of the trumpet around. So that you can more or less always play with the same setup. It's going to make things much easier.
You ever use the capos?
Yeah, I've used capos.
Okay, yeah. I think that would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what is it like, what I'm feeling, we're kind of touching on that, to incorporate traditionally a folk instrument into the metal scene? Beyond the technical part of it, what's it like? What kind of reactions are you getting from people? What is that? What is that she has up there? So, do people end up asking you after show and
all the
spending some time with
every
people?
night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is that?
Cool.
Yeah.
That must
But
be fun.
that's just, you have to deal with those things if you're a hurdy-gurdy player.
Yeah, because they're just not uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Has anyone ever just said, I want one?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know how many people actually started playing because of that ability. But
I'm sure there's a
I'm
few.
sure there's a couple.
I see, I don't know the girl's name. She goes by Helvetios on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's doing covers.
Oh yeah.
Have
I
you
think
seen
I
that?
know
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
one.
So I thought that's pretty cool. And then I know there's a band club in Brazil, and there's a couple of players in Brazil even
Yeah.
that tuned into all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so you were introduced to the hurdy-gurdy through a Fawn concert, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
You still listening to them, and you guys ever play together or do shows together at all?
No, I don't think we
No
ever
chance yet,
have.
huh?
No.
Okay. Stefan seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kriegel knows him as well.
Uh-huh.
I've never met any of them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's how I was introduced
Yeah.
to the instrument.
That's cool. I mean, you got that. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so what would be any other major hurdy-gurdy influences besides, Fawn or Omnia or something like that? Do you have other,
Actually, I don't.
you know?
No.
Okay.
I just picked it up and I just started doing my own thing with it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, of course, players like Valentine Plastfilé, and
Yeah.
I mean, I know all of them,
Mhm.
and I think it's great how they play. I mean, I'll
Amazing.
probably never play like that.
Right. That's-
And I can totally live with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's something to aspire to, but it's like so far out there.
Yeah.
These guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't listen to any traditional hurdy-gurdy music either,
Mhm.
so I'm just kind of doing.
So you're really working it into your own scene. That's
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was been trying to remember how I found out, and I really can't even remember when I first learned about hurdy-gurdies.
Yeah.
And one day I thought, oh, I'm gonna look that up on YouTube, and ever since then I've just been it's so fascinating. Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a couple of different instruments. You playing just the Hillsman on stage now?
Yeah, just the electronic one,
Mhm.
and I have another one of his with me. I have a Largo as well.
Oh, cool.
And that's just, in case something happens,
Mhm.
and I play it whenever I want to play for myself and I want to,
Yeah.
hear it. Loud,
Those sound
I play.
really
Yeah.
nice instruments. I've heard the demo that he did on that, and
Yeah, they're
sounds
great.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I recorded our new album with his Largo.
Oh, okay. Cool. Still listening. I really trying to, just listen without knowing who's doing what and
Yeah.
picking out parts. Sounds really great. Really great. You look really great up front on King.
Oh yeah.
That's a great video. Yeah. I was like really happy. Oh my God! Look what she's
Yeah.
see it up there. Okay. So really, then there's not. I was going to ask you what the difference between the instruments and how you use them on stage, but you're pretty much over to the electronic
Yeah.
now. Okay. Cool. Cool. So here's what are your favorite questions? What's your favorite part of being on tour?
My favorite part of being on tour. Just finding things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like sitting around and waiting for the concert. I like to do stuff.
Go out and do stuff.
Like we were at the gym today.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we go see a museum or
Cool.
whatever is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Well, you got the good hot California weather. Your timing was
Yeah.
good on that. This was a cool summer.
Oh, it
We
was.
have very few hot days like this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like a little a peak. In fact, we've had like 2 days where it was the
Yeah.
sun. Of course, I live out towards the coast.
Yeah.
It's not like the valley here, so. Okay, so what's your favorite part about not being on tour?
Being with my family and my boyfriend and my pets.
Pets? Yeah, pets. What kind of pets?
Yeah, a cat and 3 rats.
Oh, okay. She's a real pet.
And yeah, I have a dog as well, but
Yeah.
he lives with my parents now.
Uh-huh. You're on the road quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would definitely be tough, leaving the dog, the best friend or something behind. But, yeah. So, what is currently your favorite song to play on set?
Do you mean of the new album, probably?
Not necessarily the new album.
I always like playing Neverland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one that popped into my mind.
Mhm.
We're playing Andro now as well. We haven't played it for a really long time, and I'm enjoying that.
Cool.
I have to do some improvisation today since the violin isn't there.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, looking forward to it. Okay. So, what would be your favorite song to play offset then? If you're just playing for enjoyment, do you have some more repertoire of tunes that you said you don't really play traditional?
Yeah.
So, I guess that
I just
kind of answers that.
improvise some stuff usually, or
Just noodle around.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't really do anything specific when I'm playing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you also if you had like a strict practice routine that you set yourself down to keeping a schedule.
Yeah, well, I do like finger training stuff because I get problems with the joints.
The carpal?
Yeah, with that. So I have to kind of keep it trained. And at the moment, I'm doing some training with the trumpet strings. Like, 'cause so far I can just do like 3 and 4 is like that's as far as I go. And I want to learn how to do 6 and 8.
Cool.
Which will make it easier to start using the trumpet live.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have to always change the strength, I can do the songs that are really fast, and I do 3s. I can just do 6s.
Cool.
So I don't know if I'll be able to teach myself. Maybe I will have to ask somebody else to help me. But
I was hanging out with Neil Brook about a month ago, and he was checking my trumpet, and he started like from a dead stop doing this 8.
Yeah.
Like every time around the wheel. I was just amazed.
Yeah, I can't imagine it.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of stuck on the 3. Doing the 6/8 routine at this point. Still, kind of baby steps for me. I picked it up about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, how about bands? Any bands that stand out for you right now that you would?
That I'd like to tour with?
Yeah. I really like this first band.
Yeah.
They're touring with you the whole North America tour.
Yeah. They're going to be there, well, it will probably have to be a metal band, I guess.
Probably metal.
Otherwise it wouldn't really fit.
Yeah.
So,
Or
I'd actually like to tour with Anathema. I mean, they're not really so metal anymore, but it would still maybe fit.
Yeah. What about just personal listening then of a band, other bands? Who do you like to listen to?
At the moment, I like to listen to Bosnian Rainbows. I think they're actually Californian. No, actually I'm not sure where they're from, but they're from the US, and their guitarist is from Mars Volta.
Oh, okay, you know them.
Yeah,
Sure.
I just discovered them recently, and I really liked it. But I listen to tons of different stuff.
Yeah, not just metal.
No, not at all. No.
Okay. Okay, so you've got a practice routine. That was my next question. I already did that. So what can you tell us about the sponsorship? I saw the announcement here officially have a sponsor of, I can't read my own writing.
Oh, Schertler.
Schertler
Yeah.
Acoustics. So this is electronics that you put in between, like to
The
the
hurdy and
for the
yeah.
preamp. Does the hurdy-gurdy itself have some electronic gizmos in it that you can?
It's just volume.
It's just volume.
That's it. Yeah, I just have a master channel and then the melody, trumpet, and drone separately. But yeah, it's really nice. It's kind of, that's what was kind of the missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
To the greatest hurdy-gurdy sound. Because it does sound, it's very high-endy, the electronic hurdy-gurdy.
Mm-hmm.
And now with the preamp, there's like this swarm channel that I can activate, and now it sounds really good.
Cool. Yeah, that can make a big difference.
Yeah.
I used to play guitar quite a bit, and speaking of the wrists, my hands started cramping so much that I had basically stopped playing.
Oh shit.
And now, going from this to this on the Gurdy really was one of the things that attracted me to it. Besides just the sound and this being this amazing instrument, I'm like, oh wow, I can, it doesn't bother my hand at all. So that's great. Okay, I wanted to mention, is it Breakmont? Frackmont?
Yeah.
I was very excited to find out about them. I was like on your Facebook, I guess. Anything you want to tell us about that project? It seems like very cool.
Yeah, that's my my Swiss folk band.
Yeah.
And we're all really good friends. So it started more as like nothing too serious, just have some fun and play some music.
Cool.
But now we got quite a following now.
Yeah, I really like the sound,
Yeah,
and and the whole historic aspect to it.
Yeah,
oh, is that you doing the witchy voice and vocals?
The what voice?
On the I don't know how to say
Oh,
it.
the witch.
The witch.
Yeah, that's
Is that
me,
you? I
yeah,
thought it might be.
Yeah. But like all the
Great,
historical
we got
stuff.
a real kick out of that one.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
great, yeah.
All the historical stuff, that's our main singer, Elise. He really knows everything about the
That's-
myths and tales of
Yeah.
Switzerland.
That's cool. Cool, very cool. So I answered that question. I thought that might be you. Okay, so after wrapping it up in North America, you're gonna have like about a week off. Any big plans? You're gonna just go straight back home and lay low for a while?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah, about a week before you start touring again.
Yeah.
Busy schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Good.
that's good.
Yeah. And then after you wrap up the European tour, I hear of Elle and Baby and Friends.
Yeah.
Is this a good public deal, or just like more of a party where you invite everybody to?
No, it's a festival.
It's a festival.
Yeah.
That you do under your own umbrella.
Yeah,
And
exactly. And
that's cool.
In Extremo are playing
Mm-hmm.
this year, so that's pretty big deal.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, I think that's really about it. Wanted to thank you for your time and see if there's anything you would like to just express to the readers, the hurdy-gurdy weekly readers.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to share with that audience.
Yeah, I mean it's always cool to meet people who play hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
I haven't met many in my genre,
Yeah.
but hurdy-gurdys are awesome. They will always be.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. It's really cool to see this. I'm like really liking to see the bagpipe up on stage there. I haven't seen the hurdy-gurdy doing this yet, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Oh, this is for you.
Oh.
This is some of my art. I'm just gonna pass that off.
Oh, cool.
Take a look
Yeah.
at your leisure.
Cool, thank you very
Okay.
much. Thanks.
Thank you.